last session wasn't that long ago, so I won't belabor the recap until the end that Gil missed. In which case, I'll get a little bit more specific. So, last time you guys entered the tower, you did some shit. You installed some power cores. You fought some scary aberrations, probably from another dimension, and you eventually made your way to the seemed to be like the central power hub, if you will, of whatever this tower is or was. Um, and there did your darndest to not do what you got the sense that the Faceless One and Navarre wanted you to do, which was install the second undamaged power core in the seductively glowing little slot. Um, but a few pulses of impatience from the Faceless One later, you did it, which caused something to start to happen. And then the Faceless One itself appeared to you all and did something terrible to Oswald, essentially shattering his intellect and personality and turning him into a mobile but incommunicative vegetable. Caladan, with a natural 20 persuasion roll, managed to get the thing's attention. But even with that, the Faceless One turned out to be really bad at communicating. And you tried to give some version of what you thought it might have wanted into its outstretched hand. And after 3 failed attempts, it seemed to get pissed off and then distracted by something, at which point it left the room and set what you gathered to be its servants on you. One of which appeared to be some kind of construct made of many different weapons and pieces of armor, which actually turned out to have some intriguing resistances, but not be that tough. So you guys kind of beat the shit out of that thing, and then were in turn beat the shit out of by essentially a giant, like, tripedal space tank, which opened combat by shooting basically a giant cutting laser at you guys and instantly beheading Malik. So that was kind of rough. Sure. But you guys, being the badasses that you are, managed to fight back quite effectively against this scary thing. And even managed to bring Malik back to life. A combined effort of Nofjor, Lyle, and Forge. Nofjor providing the components for Vivify spell, Lyle actually fetching Malik's head and kind of stitching it back on his body, and Forge using the spell and channeling the divine power of Shahdoriah. So you managed to eventually trash the scary space tank thing, and after the end of a pretty hairy fight. And during that fight, Caladan also lost a limb, not his head, but did lose the lower half of his right leg to this scary machine's cutting laser. And after a few moments of stillness, a sourceless voice and precursor basically asked for confirmation to activate a warp drive, which only Forge and Lyle could understand. And upon Nofjor having recovered the key from the rubble heap at the bottom of the spherical power chamber, having put that on, whatever this thing that you were in seemed to recognize Nofjor as an authorized user. And so Forge, perhaps a bit impetuously, told Nofjor to say the precursor word for confirmed, and then whatever the tower was going to do, it did. Began vibrating, and the place began falling down around you, but you all realized that you were so deep underground that there was no way you were going to get out in any reasonable amount of time by climbing manually, that it would in fact be faster to take shelter, take a short rest, have Yahek get his fly spell back, and then you all fly out.
Holla holla.
Which you did, uh, carrying Caladan and his severed leg. Um, I'll also just say that after didn't actually get to this in the heat of the moment, but like Lyle after that fight would have been pretty drained and probably would have gone back in the bag of holding, having lost the ability to fly with you guys. Um, so you guys flew out of the tower and witnessed the terrible sight of some like incredibly bright beam of light shooting from the top of the tower into the sky, where it had seemed to impact with something, some invisible surface. And from that point, there were all these like cracks spiderwebbing out across the sky itself. You saw the faceless one. I'm still unclear what had distracted it earlier, but hovering kind of next to this beam, not paying any attention to you guys, just arms outstretched, head uplifted in exaltation. You watched the top of the tower explode shortly after you guys made it out, sending a shower of debris raining down around you, causing the beam to stop and the tower's lightning to stop as well. And then somehow, still unscathed and watching in various degrees of fascination and horror, you saw this huge portion of the sky where these cracks and spiderwebbed across kind of cave in on itself, creating giant rift that took up a huge portion of the sky. Not unlike, like in the first Avengers movie when there's a like giant portal above New York that all the bad guys are coming through, kind of like that, except a lot bigger and redder and scarier. Because after this portion of the sky caved in, these like questing enormous tendrils of red energy began to one after another pierce through, and with each of these intrusions, the world itself around you seemed to shudder as if in like revulsion. Amidst all of this chaos, you heard the familiar voice of Navarre, who had suddenly, as he often does, appeared conveniently behind the camera and congratulated you on a job well done. He appeared floating with a pair in his humanoid form, but with a large pair of draconic wings outstretched. He congratulated you on a job well done. He noted that you were now worthy to be called loyal servants of the Veracity, and that if you so desired, you would accept the pledge of your lives and your honor to their cause. He also said that he placed no further obligation upon you. He seemed satisfied with the work you had done so far, and so that if you wanted to take your rewards and be on your own way, that you could do that too. So imagine, if you will, amidst the chaos of this explosion, this giant tear in reality forming in the sky, these red tendrils of energy that are somehow also made of voices, reaching one after another and spreading like a tumor across the sky and down to the ground around you. You float last few minutes of Yahek's fly spell, maybe 100 feet above the ravaged ground below you. Navarre floats not 20 feet away from you, and you see above you shimmering very faint field of green energy. In fact, there's a chunk of debris, flaming debris, that falls from the top of the tower and just glances off of this field. You take it that Navarre is shielding you from the worst of the calamity going on all around you. Having said all the crap he said, he floats there, impassive, watching you all. He just says, I understand if you need a minute to discuss this, but also understand that we will accept no half-hearted champions. If I sense any hesitation, if I sense any wavering in your commitment, well then, you're probably best being on your own way. Now, take your moment. I have some business to discuss up above. The draconic wings give a mighty flap. And he soars up through the protective field. And as he does, almost becomes this spiraling amorphous form of green flame that kind of trails up in the direction of the faceless one. The shield that he seems to have summoned above you remains. So, in this situation, what would you like to do?
How much is left on fly?
Call it 3 minutes.
Can I have my leg back, please?
I toss it over to Kaladin.
Thank you. I
Roll
put it.
squirts out.
Funnily enough, I somehow healed myself in the wonderful mechanicalness that is this game. I healed myself to full hit points on that short rest. So I'm good to go, minus a leg.
Ooh, I had more health than I thought I did. I have 5.
I did that for you. Anyway. So what? First of all, Forge, are you sure you're a, cleric of Shahdor?
I didn't know that would happen.
That was some fucked up shit.
I'm gonna echo what Nofjord just said in a little bit of a different tone. What
In a
the
happier
fuck?
tone?
I'm asleep on whoever's shoulder I'm on.
Listen, since I've come back, I haven't remembered anything. And this is probably the closest to my past I've ever been. I didn't know what the results would be, and I had to find out. You have to believe I didn't know this would happen.
Insight check.
Roll an insight check.
I don't believe this.
I got shit wisdom. I believe him. He sounds pretty convincing.
Yeah, my insight's +9, so.
And Forge, roll either a persuasion or deception check. Don't tell them which you do, but tell me the number.
Okay. Wait, that's
I'm so excited.
A 1d1.
11.
Okay. What does Nofjor perceive, Forge? With his 23.
That's very high. He perceives a man who's crumbling in his beliefs. He can't believe what he's done, and he's terribly distraught.
Forge. This is a sign, It is time for you to become who you are truly meant to be. And I believe you have made that first step without even realizing it yourself. Look at the power around us now. It can be a part of our own.
No. The man I used to be wasn't perfect, but I know I can be better. This can't be all I am.
I saw you put that shield in there. You let it disappear, and that's when I was suspicious. But this is something else. You are meant for this. This is your next step. This is how you are better. Look at what you've done. You've changed the fucking world.
But for what? Who benefits?
You do. We do. Our gods do.
I don't know. My god has no stake in this battle.
Well, as his cleric, you've made a pretty pronounced statement on his behalf.
Sometimes I wish he was a more direct god. He's not one to offer guidance.
Well, I think that you know what you need. I think that you have acted in accordance with your true beliefs, and they've shown themselves today. But what of everyone else?
While this is happening, Malik is just staring up into the void.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
Roll an intelligence save with advantage.
Oh god, the hairy testicle has appeared.
Intel save with advantage.
Mhm.
14.
14? Okay. You suffer 7 points of psychic damage. As, like, you gaze into this abyss, and it is like the space beyond and within, and these things coming through it are just tear at the rational fabric of your mind. Might not want to look straight at it.
I want to be done with this. I'm tired of being told what I can and can't do, and who I can and can't serve or help, or kill, or talk down to, or joke with. I'm tired of other people telling me what I need to do. I get to decide what I need to do, and who I do it with, and where I go with. If he's offering us legitimately and truly a no holds barred or no questions asked ability to get out of here, why would we stay when the world is breaking because we didn't think?
That's what comes with power. With that comes independence. I believe that, yes, we can be their loyal servants and still be independent.
You
Do you
speak
really
with
believe
contradiction
that?
words, Nofjor. You cannot be an independent servant. Your chain just gets longer and longer, shinier and shinier, but you are never the one that holds the key to the lock around your neck, no matter how many diamonds and jewels you put on it.
Is it better to be on the winning side? Maybe not as the gods, but to inevitably die at the hands of what we just released when we move away from it, for it will spread.
Wait, I have a question. Well, was Navarre offering us a way out?
He basically, yeah, he gave you two choices, right? Either pledge yourselves to the service of the Verasi and see where that takes you, or accept your rewards for a job well done and be on your merry way. So, you do have that option. Although, you in particular are still rather entangled.
Oh yeah.
Not to mention the Empire is still after us. What are we going to do with the entire Empire chasing us? Chaos.
That's kind
Feeling.
of my concern.
They have a bit bigger things to worry about right now.
Do we know that?
I don't know. The fucking sky is breaking. Anybody big and powerful is going to be paying attention more to that than a bunch of assholes running around that killed one or two of their bigwigs.
Unless they know we did it.
How would they know we did it?
They know where direction we were heading, and then suddenly this sheet appears. Someone could investigate that.
I mean, let's look at it this way. If we are responsible for just breaking the sky, don't we bear some responsibility for what happens? Like, shouldn't we see this through if it means some kind of resolution? That might
We have seen it through.
Have we, though?
The sky, yes.
We don't
We
know
set
that this
out
is
upon-
the end.
We set out upon the task we were told to do, and we kept going because we wanted it to be done with it. We're done with it.
Well, this task, yes, but done with... We don't even know. We might be able to fix the sky. I'm just saying... what's the real end game at this moment? Like,
So we play
this
long...
This isn't the end of this story, and if we walk away from this, what are we're responsible for that we might not be otherwise?
So we tried to play long con to a god.
I'm not talking about a long con. I'm talking about seeing what we're this moment in time through. It's not about like doing what they say. It's like we have a responsibility to like this world to see this through. And if we walk away right now, like that doesn't absolve you of like what you've done. We don't
No.
know how, we need to know how this resolves. Don't you think?
There are other gods. To see this through, it doesn't have to be on the side of the Verasi.
Like I said, it's clear that there's a side very much winning right now. And you don't want to be on the wrong side. I do also want to say that I can't believe I'm saying this. But, oh yes, there we go. But now that perhaps the armor is not tying me down anymore, perhaps staying together would be more important. What I'm saying is, if we so choose, as a majority, to not continue with the Verasis, well, I won't pout about it, at least. Just know we're making a wrong choice and we'll die in like 50 years.
You're all so interesting. I've made my choice. It is of that of the Verasi.
You alright, Malik?
Of course.
You sound flowery.
Oh, come now, Kaladin. We've seen their power. I think, we've already made a choice.
Malik, as you are so oft to remind me, I am their power. I am being kept alive by their power, and despite all that, I know nothing about it, and it terrifies me. And seeing this, I don't know what I want from them or from this. I do not need another master.
I mean, no one truly does have a master, but the rewards, the power.
Everyone has a master, Malik. Well, Nofjor. Does it sound like Malik's okay? Do these seem like the people you want to...
Insight check.
On whom?
Malik.
Roll an insight check.
I just want to hear Ralphie describe what the fuck is going on right now.
I don't even know what to ask Malik to roll, but
Ralphie, working out. Ralphie, roll a natural 20. Don't let him win.
Alright, what am I rolling?
Roll for crazy.
Roll a D100.
Do I have to roll animal
roll
handling?
whatever skill check you feel is appropriate,
Athletics.
and don't tell me which one it is. Just report the number.
Okay.
Don't tell Blim. Ooh. Spicy.
Is there
18.
music, by the way, or is there not?
18. Well, Nofjor got a 24. So, what does he perceive with that differential?
What are you trying to discern?
Are you cuckoo bananas or like hiding cuckoo bananas behind that?
Ooh, you have to be more specific. Like, what are you specifically
Okay.
looking at?
Well, did the recent trauma of losing your head make you lose your head? Like-
No, he very much believes what he's saying.
Okay, that's what I was checking for.
I will say apart from the obvious, he is behaving and speaking rather differently than he was before his head got lopped off. But he did get his head gun lopped off, so...
Are your mannerisms different? Like, I heard the voice, but like, are you like, I don't know, holding yourself differently?
He not as outwardly brutish and more kind of not timid, but more
More not sure?
not elegant,
Fine.
but like not as brutish, not as brooding, not flexing. He's more of kind of flowing, going with it. If that makes
There's
sense.
a relaxation to his posture that you didn't necessarily notice Malik was tense all the goddamn time. But now that he is hovering there in this like more relaxed way, you realize he was tense all the goddamn time, and he's not now.
So it's like your choice, a burden has been lifted, or you've made a choice that is good, or good to you.
Something like that.
All right, this is great. All right. Well, Caladan, with your fucking power, you can go and free every slave you wanted. There can be no more. You can decree such.
And how do you expect me to get there? It might take a little bit of a while to hobble my way towards Corelli-san.
Don't you realize we'll be fucking powerful, we'll fucking have shit that makes us fly and shoot laser beams, whatever those are, and all kinds of stuff.
I mean, Kaladin, there are magics that can restore limbs. I mean,
That too.
I've lost an arm and a little more.
Well, not saying I agree with them, but these powers, they did just bring you back to life. I'm sure they could reattach. alike.
Yeah, heck.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, cool. And now yeah, heck speaking differently. I'm just gonna start talking
Is it
like
differently?
this just to fix in with everybody else.
I wake up and start growling.
Can you ask me the thing you're gonna?
Do you actually wake up, Oswald?
No. Listen, I'm too stupid to know what the fuck's going on. I don't care. Oh, wait, actually, I do wake up, and I'm just glancing around enjoying all the shiny lights.
Do you look at them?
No.
Malik hasn't turned away.
Okay.
That's a lot.
I'm
of
asking you to
fun.
make another intelligence save with advantage.
Ooh, I hope Malik gets feeble-minded.
15.
15? Okay. You take 3 psychic damage. Actually,
Oh, shit.
Oswald, hop on the other channel with me for a sec?
Oh,
Oh,
hold on.
come on!
Let me eat my Cheeto, and then I'll be there.
Wait, like you need time to eat more than a single
No, no,
Cheeto?
no, no, no,
Like
no.
one Cheeto?
Listen, he asked me as soon as I put one in my mouth.
I got you.
Like, you're probably not gonna be doing much
You
talking. Okay.
Oh my god.
Well, this is awkward.
Hey
I don't
Breezy,
think so.
answer my Facebook message, bruh.
Oh, I'm not even on Facebook, bro. I'll get there, bro.
Whoa, fucking get broed.
Listen, bro.
Weeks.
Bro.
I've messaged you and visited you, and then you still didn't.
Wait, I don't have a Facebook message from you.
No?
No.
What
I'm gonna read it back to you.
Oh no.
Oh, this is gonna be weird.
Wait, no,
No,
don't.
don't do it. Go to the other channel.
Hold
Oh.
on, wait.
No.
When did you
Good.
send it today?
Said, hey bro, was wondering if we could compare dongs. Please answer as fast as possible, and don't wait until I visit you first in Boston so we can do it in person. Love, Spenny.
I really wish I could see Breeze's face right now so bad.
Actually, I wrote, wanted to ask when the next session comes around for your campaign if I could maybe be a part of it, lol. Was talking with Blim, period, and John last week, and they reminded me to bring it up.
I
Did
did
I?
message you back from that.
What? You messaged me?
Oh,
I just waved at you.
Oh, how
bro.
the tables have
The
turned.
drama.
How the
I haven't gotten
turntables.
a single massage.
Okay, so this is fucked because I'm looking at it right now and there's no message on my side, and I fucking messaged back on that. I remember typing this shit out.
Oh
I
my
typed it out.
god.
Oh,
I am-
Breezy.
Fucking. This is so bizarre, though.
Yeah, how dare you, Breezy?
Man, you are literally.
It is literally all your fault.
Evil.
The fact that you
You're
lost
so
your leg
evil.
is also your fault, and the fact that you're brought back by evil things is also
I'm
on
gonna,
display.
I'm gonna blow up the nuke in my chest.
No, wait, what?
What?
Blim
Some
now.
Android 16.
Blim now.
Blim, I do
Are
it.
you... Just ask Malik if he's Son Goku.
Not sure knows
Kakarot?
the activation word.
No,
Enact Order 66.
Nocturne knows it, but only Forge can read it to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought because what I was gonna message back was that like, yeah, are you still planning on that druid, or did you have something else in mind? Was what I.
Oh, yeah, I'll do the druid. Did I send it to you?
It's in or it's in D&D Beyond, so I can see that that you added it to the campaign, but I don't have any like character information. I just have like the stat sheet.
Oh, yeah.
So I, at the very least, would love the answer to the 5 questions.
Wait, you sent me 5 questions?
It's what I sent to everybody. I don't know if I see if I find it again.
Maybe I could just. Should I just give you my email?
No.
I can also like I'll just message. I can message to you now on Facebook because apparently it fucking works now.
Oh no, I put up the Sky Sunderers before he said Skybreakers, so meh.
I'm disappointed in you.
I mean,
Wow.
okay, I'm so sorry, dude. I'll update it right now just for
Don't
you.
apologize to us. Apologize to chat and the viewers.
Yes.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
Are the viewers watching this? Do we have bots?
Yeah, we have bots.
Yes, we have bots and we have Desert Punk is watching.
Hey, bots.
Desert Punk, and we also have Russian influencers.
Here, man.
Hey, viewers, go fuck yourself.
Wow, hey. That's not how you do that there,
I
bud.
think Desert's playing
Yeah.
league right now. He's fucking himself.
So if you subscribe to our Patreon,
we
you
don't-
actually get
can't.
dick pics.
You-
Of...
Nope.
I'm
Speaking
sorry,
of
what did we
Patreons.
walk back into?
That's
So,
Well, we were just
for another
fleshing out
day.
our Patreon.
Ha, fleshy.
Yeah, we've hit our reach goal.
We need Rentus here though. If
6
we're
inches.
really gonna
Yeah, we're doing a nude calendar.
flesh these out.
oh, cool.
Um,
So, as Oswald wakes up,
yeah.
as Oswald wakes up,
I'm waiting to see what everyone else is still doing.
I grab a brush and put a little makeup.
Kaladin.
I mean, that all would have happened while you were still asleep, so really, a moment
That's fair.
as you woke up, but
That's fair. Okay.
Kaladin, you can be restored.
Yeah, Kaladin. I think Malik had his arm put back or something.
Yeah, see, the dog get. Wait, what? I look at
Whose
Oswald.
arms am I in?
Let's just say you're in my arms.
Okay,
Yeah.
good, because I don't trust Malik.
I'm also just going to ignore the duration on the fly spell. But if you want to land, you can. You know,
I was about to
I'm
say.
assuming we would have landed a little while ago.
Please don't drop me from 100 feet for the third time. Please don't.
I mean, come on, it'd be funny.
You fucking jumped out of my arms.
No, that's not what I'm talking about, Breezy.
No,
First there was
officer.
a dragon, then there
Oh.
was you guys putting me in fucking the faceless one's hand and I fell.
It
He fell
happens.
down the stairs.
That did happen.
I don't want to drop for a third time because I won't survive.
Alright.
All right, are we gossiping or what are we doing here? Come on, faceless one. Come on, focus.
Also, yeah, Oswald seems to be restored to his previous self. So,
Hey, Ozzy.
What?
How you doing?
The fuck is going on in the sky?
Oh,
Isn't
well,
it wonderful?
The fuck
Okay.
is wrong with Malik?
He's
What?
to quote something that Rentas once told me, it's like he took something out of his ass.
I think I'm even more. Okay, let's focus on the sky. What the fuck's going on in the sky? How do we get out here? What happened?
We did
Liv,
that.
do I remember this stuff from when I was feeble-minded?
only very vaguely and hazily.
big boom.
Okay.
Big light.
We did it. This is what Navarre wanted. This is the task that they brought us here to do.
Wait.
Now, and
We-
now Lyle is unconscious in the bag, and we have no way to revive him.
We did this?
No, we still have the good power. No, we don't.
We don't. That's what made that.
So,
Right. Yes.
so what you're saying is that we should do what Lyle told us to do.
Hmm.
Take him
To Vovar.
together. Do you know the way?
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah. I mean, I've never been there, but I know generally where it is. It's southwest of here. Look, everyone knows where to not go. That's where it is.
Do you? It's another tower like that.
Yeah, it's worse.
I have questions about that later.
Yeah, this was nothing. Well, we went through a fucking maze and a bird got zapped or something. Yeah, this was nothing.
Listen, Caladan. Sorry. real quick. Oh yeah, Oswald. So yeah, the sky's broken. There's probably some other. The Faceless One was all happy about that, and Navarre was like, "You can get your award." Blah blah blah. Okay, so listen.
I don't trust any reward from Navarre. That's
Okay.
why I'm like this.
What do you mean? You're restored.
And who did that?
I don't know.
Navarre. It was Navarre.
Well, there you go.
In place of a reward.
I mean,
You sound so certain.
we have a profit sharing system, so like we all get our own rewards too. That's not what I wanted to say, Caladan. You realize everything is negotiable. We can make it such that they can give us things to do, and we decide yes or no to do them. It doesn't have to be go do this shit, you know? We are
You sound
we
way
are the
too
Skybreakers. What?
You
Hey.
sound too certain.
He just told us
Hey guys.
we have our own freedom. What does that mean? That means we have the freedom to decide the tasks that we want to
No,
do.
that's if we don't go with him.
Hey,
Why would
hey,
somebody tell us, no, you cannot do these tasks for me?
hey,
Oswald,
hey,
what did you want to say?
what happened after the Faceless One came up out of the floor?
We
Remember
fought
that
a
big robot
giant
thing in the
metal three-legged spider.
You guys just tell me what happened.
Yes, we just tell you what happened.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
So you're saying that the Faceless One did what he did to me when he came up out of the floor, and that was my fucking reward for doing what the fuck he wanted to do?
Well, he's
I
not
guess.
Farasi.
Great reward, not sure.
That's not
That's more
who's
on you.
rewarding us.
And it is us.
That's not
Listen.
the reward.
Listen, I caused this. This is on me.
How is this on you?
Because I did what he wanted. Sorry, what it wanted.
You can't take all the blame, Oswald.
No, I mean, it was me. I'm the one who put the fucking cores in. I'm
But
the
I
one who
told
wanted
Navjor
you
to
guys
say the
go.
word. We're all to blame here.
And I don't know about you guys, but I'm pissed that we were used.
Yeah.
I just don't know how you know we were you. Like, that's making some assumptions, don't you think?
What would you describe it as? Yeah.
I mean, what other options did some of us have? And it just happened that the rest of you guys, came along. But we had to do certain things to get out of precarious situations we were in that led us down this path. And ultimately
That sounds like being
led us to
used.
making a decision that we don't really know if it's good or bad right now. Like,
That
And-
sounds exactly like being used.
And
we're making assumptions.
also, every single thing that we've done with relation to these people has snowballed into worse and worse situations for us. If we have a get out free, why don't we use it to get out of this fucking avalanche?
Because the avalanche will hit us on the way out.
And who's to say in this new tower where Lyle wanted us to go anyway? If it's a bigger, better, scarier tower, what if that means it's more powerful? And what if we can use that one to stop this one?
Lyle said that's where his master was.
An avalanche to stop an avalanche. Smart.
Okay, so what the fuck?
I don't want to hear
I'm
anything
not
else from
I'm
you.
very not okay with Malik complimenting
Oh,
me.
come on.
Listen, you guys want to know the truth about me?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. My parents died. My entire family and clan died, and I almost died near one of these towers. When we were supposed to be safe. Pretty far away. Then some monster that patrols around some of these towers came and killed everyone. So I just want to kill every monster. I've made that pretty clear that I just want to kill monsters.
So, what you
So-
seek seems to be more power, is it?
No.
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 Then if you
I
couldn't
know I'm
kill
strong
those,
enough.
if you couldn't kill those monsters before and you have not obtained
When I
more
was
power,
9, yes, I could not kill those monsters.
Huh.
I agree.
so sad.
But now I'm pissed.
Ah, and being angry
used
changes
us.
power?
I'm just ignoring him. He's just creeping me the fuck out. But now I'm pissed, and they used us. Which means I am no longer just thinking about ending monsters. And if that means going to Vovar and going through what barely anyone else has gone through, so be it. I'll cut a path through that wind if I have to.
I mean, that's what I have, and look at where it's gotten me.
What?
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 I've cut a path through all my enemies, and I've ended up here as well. So, do you really think the outcome will change?
I didn't say, I said wind.
Ah, a wind. But I mean, cutting through people is so much more fun.
I'm sorry, did Malik say before that he was gonna become a servant?
He seems pretty committed.
Oh. So he's a coward. Got it.
Yeah.
At this point, Malik, since you are still looking upward, you see this like streak of green flame that that disappeared far above you become visible and begin growing.
It seems Navarre
It's
is
still a
headed
little ways
back.
off. It's on its way.
And we are very split about what we want.
No, the answer is clear.
I think we're literally as split as we could be.
What do you think's going to happen when you contact your Shador again? Do you think he'd be okay with this? You think if he's not, you're not going to be used again because you are his cleric? You must present his word. Now you have a time to decide for yourself with your new powers what you shall do. You have to commit. You've already started. Well, you don't have to do anything.
Hey Forge, can you just ask him?
What do you want me to ask him?
I don't know.
Yo, how fucked am I?
Wait, sorry. Ask who?
Your god guy.
Can try. I cross my legs, sort of impatiently. Shador, are you there?
I am always here, my child.
Hasn't seemed like that much of late. I
understand your frustration.
do you? Do you know what I just did?
Word gets around. It's quite the fireworks show.
I'm conflicted. You've been neutral in this whole conflict, and I don't know what I should do. On one hand, if you've been neutral, do you feel there's one side that's better than the other?
Honestly, I think that the conflict between the Quelliar and the Verasi is a pointless and Stupid waste of energy.
But surely one side leads to a sooner destruction to the people that follow you.
None of us foresaw what is going on right now. And I will admit, it is frightening what they have unleashed. But I chose you because I know and I trust that you will make this world the best place you can for yourselves and for all the other mortals.
You place, I feel, too much faith in me. You may know better than I was not a good man before.
Who you were before is a part of you, but it does not define your future. And I also refuse to define your future.
And you would not hold it against me, depending on the action I take on this day.
As I said, I trust you. And, as you well know, I respect above any other mortal attribute your free will. So do as you see fit. And I will be there with you.
Thank you. Come out of my meditation. He said he'd be with me no matter what I decided.
There you go.
What do you decide?
Let me lay this out. On one hand, Verasi, not the best track record. They wanted a hole broken into the sky for a reason that we do not know.
I thought the reason was to wipe out Solgador. Or the Julian Empire.
Is it? Do we
Isn't that
know?
basically what Navarre said?
I don't know. Is it?
I can't remember.
I don't know if
Benevolent.
Forge was there, but I'm pretty sure Navarre at one point told us that it was basically to wipe out the Julian Empire.
Yes, something like that.
I don't believe I was there.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. But I mean, if we don't side with them and we choose to just walk away with our reward, how could we turn away from this conflict?
I mean,
We never
That's
get to
not
turn
bad.
away from conflict.
But we can choose which side of it we can be on.
You're right.
Forge.
And let me remind you all of the sides that we have to take.
Okay.
We have the Verasi, who have, yes, they have used us to accomplish this goal, but we do not know their goals and what they are trying to accomplish. But we know that of the people we've come from. We've tried to save a village, and we're penalized for standing up and trying to do the just thing. We were sentenced to be hunted down and interrogated. We have lost people of this party to those such people, those people who enslave dragons and would devalue other people on their race or where they're born or their statue as master and slave. So yes, we must make a choice, and I know mine.
A question for the DM. I don't know if I'm confusing your campaign with a book, but is
If it's Dune, you're not confused.
yeah, not Dune. There's less sand. Is like the Verasi, like their whole creed, essentially eliminating free will because it's better for everyone?
You don't know.
That was in a book. I don't know. I'm guessing.
That I have not
Can
heard that.
Hey, not sure.
Yes.
You're from the Clario, right?
Yes.
Allegedly.
What gods do people worship in the Clario?
Well, they worship, depending, of course, on how fast I can get to the obsidian portal.
Mostly, is it the Quelliar or is it the Verasi?
Well, nobody openly worships the Verasi,
Okay.
except, well, in certain circles.
Okay, but would you say that there are people who worship the Quelliar down there?
There most certainly are.
Okay, that's what I thought.
So,
There certainly are.
So
Not certainly.
after the Verasi are done with the Julian Empire, why wouldn't they go and wipe all of the people out in the Clarior?
Everything is negotiable. What
Not
do you
if you're a
think?
servant.
We are not servants. You don't understand.
Right,
has
right.
given us
We're
how
independent
to go.
servants. That's what you said.
No.
Oh, we're independent contractors. Got it.
There you go.
Yeah.
I just don't see how aligning ourselves with the Verasi necessarily means that we serve them. Like, I don't see the logic. And I
If
would
we're
also
doing-
just like to call out, don't forget about our good friend Sinvale, who we don't know.
Good friend?
I mean, Sinvale saved some of our butts in a way that was pretty significant, so maybe that doesn't include you, but... That's the way I see it. And to turn my back on something that Sinvale may have given her life for, the people she was aligned with, don't you have any faith there? Don't you have any, someone who didn't show us the door or try and kill us, but help, aided us? And us who aided you, don't you have faith?
Do I have faith in all this shit that's going on right above my home area where there are a bunch of innocent people who are probably going to die soon?
And you're willing to walk away.
I'm not walking away. I'm walking to the other side. I never said I wasn't going to be part of this conflict. I said that I'm going to fix the sky.
On your own.
If that's what it needs to be.
If I might,
I told you where I plan on going next.
if I might bring an alternative up, if power is what some of you seem to be seeking, it's become clear to me now more than ever that the technology of my people still lives in this world, and some of the beings along with it.
Like
You,
Lyle.
you saw what Lyle and that warp drive were able to do. They did something that your Verasi couldn't dream of doing.
True.
If power is what you seek, maybe it's my ancestors that you should be looking for.
And do you have a way to find these people, your ancestors? Do you know of this technology? Do you know where any of it is?
Yeah, the other tower Lyle told us to go to.
Ah, yes, but that's all you know.
There are
And-
4 other
and
towers.
You know so much more now, Malik.
No,
You're being awfully fucking chatty.
Aw, just because one lost a limb doesn't mean you should get all hasty and angry there, Kaladin.
Hey, Malik, can you remind me?
Hmm.
Who repaired your arm?
Oh, you mean Phyrexis?
Yes.
Oh. And my charge for having my arm repaired was crushing Mustafa's skull. And when I beseeched her, when I
Charge?
thought...
You wanted to do that.
Oh, no, Oswald, everything comes at a price. And when I beseeched her to bring back someone who we all wanted to come back, I was told that it couldn't be done.
Okay. Ask Navarre if he could bring that person back.
Oh, I know he could.
Understand. I don't know a lot about gods or whatever the fuck is going on. Whatever the fuck gives me what I can do brought me back, but when I asked to bring Oswald back, he didn't say that he couldn't. It said that Oswald was already claimed. So understand that all of these high and mighty beings can do whatever they want. And they chose not to. So whatever you did, she chose not to help you. In that instance.
So I shall choose not to help her.
Again, I think you guys are misunderstanding my motivation here. I don't really care about the Quelliar.
No, I don't. I want to go to the tower and help Lyle, is where I want to go.
Yeah, he's the only one
We can
of
still do
three
that.
things that have actually helped us.
Caladan, we can still do that.
Yeah,
What
and
I'm
we don't
trying-
need...
Well,
Hey, what if...
what I'm trying
Doctor,
to
what
say
if
is...
we get to the
hold
tower?
on, let me talk. What I'm trying to say is, we can still do that, and we can still heal Navarre out, still have a point of contact with the winning side, still be able to help them.
Why do we need that? If we're going to go to Lyle and get the potentially more powerful allies, that is the technology of Forge's people, why do we need that?
Well, hold on.
Wait,
If they are more powerful, why are they doing nothing? Why has nothing been done for so many years that Lyle does not even recognize the landscape? of the
Because
world?
people didn't shove glowy shit into other glowy shit. I don't know how this works. All I
You're
know is that-
welcome.
all I know is that this is working now. And that we have a stake to make it work someplace else, hopefully more in our favor.
And let me bring this up, Nofjor. Let's say we come across this power, and your masters, the Virasi, they see this technology. Do you think they would let you have the biggest cut of it? They would take most, if not all, and leave you the scraps.
That is a
Also,
possibility, but it's also a possibility that we walk away. They see this anyway because they can, and they do it anyway because they can.
but they
Same
can't.
with anyone.
They can't. They couldn't do jack shit when it came to the power course.
Look up.
Yeah,
Look up, Oswald.
they
They needed
specifically
us.
told us that they needed us.
That they did not do that. We did that.
I understand. What I'm saying is, pretty sure we've opened that possibility up now.
Also, I'm sorry, Kaladin, did you say that I was claimed? Was the
When
word?
Gorventral, I can't pronounce
Gorovra.
that one.
G man.
When
G-Dog?
It's actually a silent Q in the beginning.
when my main man G-Dog, I'm
Please don't.
gonna throw up if I ever say that again.
Please don't.
When you fell to the dragon, I tried to bring you back the same way you all told me that you brought me back. And when I attempted to, it told me that you were claimed by something else, which apparently is the
He's-
faceless one.
Yeah, and apparently means independent contractor. Being claimed by something is an independent contractor.
Ah. I mean, but under that logic, then you couldn't walk away, nor could you, Caladan.
I'm still willing to try.
So am I.
Even if you were to die.
I
Yeah.
already have.
But
It's
I mean,
fame.
It's
you're gonna
called
run out of
conviction,
times.
Alec.
Hmm?
It's called conviction. You should try it sometime.
I am as more convicted than you know there, Forge.
And
More like a convict.
Well, I've stayed alive, and you needed a god to bring you back.
No, I didn't.
hey,
Right.
Malik, do you forget that Firaxis saved your life?
My life?
Yeah.
And I am so
If I
very
recall-
grateful.
If I recall correctly, Mustafa was about to kill you.
Ah,
And then you
yes,
got
of
surrounded by
course.
fire.
Okay, how weird is Malik being at this point? Because this
Very.
Sexual.
Pretty weird.
It's almost sexual right now.
Like a Maximilian Pegasus vibe.
Yeah. Like,
Boy.
I have one question, because for some reason Malik freaked me out.
Yeah.
Would I have rolled a hit
Some
die during that
non-particular
short rest
reason.
if I didn't have intelligence?
Say what?
Would I have rolled a hit die during that short rest if I didn't have intelligence? I don't know.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna do it now then.
If anything, your party members could have like helped patch up your wounds. So yes.
I rolled a 0, which means 14.
Yeah, then.
Yes.
Why don't you ask to be restored? See if you get that.
And then I'm still allowed to walk away.
That's
After
the
that.
reward. And then you can walk away. Yes.
But you turn away from your own creator.
We've had an interesting conversation. While you were all busy talking about his sudden appearance in the inn, him and I had a private talk. It was changing. You don't often get to meet your literal creator. Let's just say the experience was not as deifying as I hoped.
Well,
They're not as omniscient as you believe.
oh, I know that first-handed.
Can
What?
He's talking to his mom.
Oh.
However, I'm not here to convince you to change your side or to take any side of that. I know my side, and I shall be following it with or without any of you. But it seems like me and you, Nafjor, shall be,
And yeah,
hang around for at least another while.
Yeah. I guess. Naftra's looking really suspicious of sexual Malik right now.
Oh, come now. Don't be so strange.
I don't want to come now.
I'm gonna go over and put my hand on Malik,
Oh god.
and I'm gonna say, "Why don't you tell us if you're feeling all right?" And I'm gonna cast Friends on him.
Yes! Yes!
Okay.
He turns his head 360.
it's funny because he can.
It's just a cantrip. It just really means I have advantage on trying to do something.
Oh, it does give you advantage on persuasion checks, so make a persuasion check at advantage.
It's also funny, John,
Why
because
so
Wait,
serious,
how do
Paladin?
I combat a persuasion check?
Depending on what he gets, I'll tell you what happens.
Okay. This is weird.
hey Forge.
yes, Oswald.
I'll type it.
16.
Baby, here we go, baby.
Malik, you and Caladan have been through a lot together, and you feel like you should probably say something to allay his concerns, but you are not particularly driven to shed full light on whatever's going on.
I grab Kaladin by the hand. Just like in a kind of like handshake.
Oh, I thought it was more.
Spartan.
No.
Spartan hold.
I say, things tend to change. Might as well just roll with the punches now, shall we?
I did not come here to roll.
I also
punches.
didn't get here to get punched.
Got to have a plan.
Now that I'm close to him,
Can I? Sorry,
He's
no,
talking.
I'll wait.
Hang on a
I
sec.
just.
Hang on a sec.
Yeah,
Tell
no,
it
you go
finish your
first.
question.
Now that I'm close to him, is that necklace still there?
Make a perception check.
This is what I wanted to hear.
My perception's real bad, guys. Non-natural 1. I don't see anything. I'm still pretty pissed.
Unclear if it's still there, like under his armor, and yeah, hard to tell.
No, that's very in character for Calvin.
I mean, you don't see anything glowing right now, but you're not sure if it's still there or not.
By any chance, with my passive perception, would I have seen it?
You're not sure.
Kaladin, I understand your concern, and we've been through a lot together. I'd really appreciate it if you were there as a friend for me in these coming times.
Hey, Malik,
Yes, Oswald.
would you agree that we've, fought together, lived together, almost died together? Some of us and others have died together, stuff like that.
Yes, I would agree.
Okay. So, would you trust me as an ally to try something? I'm not going to stab you, I promise.
Yeah, you've never been much of a, spell slinging type.
Oh, wow.
I did tell him to stab me in Oswald's defense. I did ask him to stab me, and he stabbed me.
Yeah, but, What is it you're thinking, Oswald?
I take out a copper piece. And, I just say, just trust me, Malik.
Once again, what is it that you're thinking?
What has been causing you to just go straight to the Verasi right now? And I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts.
Ooh.
There is no save. There is no save on the initial one.
There is no save on
You
the
start drooling and become a dog again.
And questions verbally directed at the target naturally shape the course of its thoughts. I have it up if you want me to copy and paste.
No,
it.
I got it. So, Malik, as he asks that question, what immediately comes to mind?
Okay, so what was the question?
What made you go so much for the Verasi? Because you've never been.
No, yeah, I understand. So, how do I... Do you detect the actual thoughts, or do I answer with my thought?
What is most on its mind in that moment?
You can describe it just generally. It doesn't have to be your specific thoughts, but he does catch wherever your mind goes when he asks that.
As to why I'm choosing the Verasi?
Yeah.
Power and immortality.
And that's what you pick up before.
Well, I mean...
No, I mean, that's what Oswald picks up.
Yeah, and then I continue to answer, it seems they are the more active of the two sides, are they not?
And... Hold on, sorry, let me just reread this because I think there's something I want to do. Let me just try to learn a little about you, Malik. Do you mind just letting me do something?
He's the creepy one.
Yeah, Oswald, you're making me a little uncomfortable here.
We're all gonna fuck each other or kill each other in 5
Let's just play Kill Fuck Mary.
Hey,
Kill
Blimp.
Fuck Mary.
You tell me if I would need a probe for this, but when I'm detecting on surface thoughts, do I sort of hear maybe or feel something else in his thoughts that's not Malik?
Ooh.
Do you understand what I'm going for?
I do.
Screaming dwarf.
I would say that the surface level reading does not enable you to distinguish that.
Okay. regardless of what his answer was, I'm gonna try to probe deeper. So he
Ooh.
needs to make a wisdom save.
Okay, Malik, make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom.
19.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. So you know I was trying to probe. And
Oh.
You feel this pressure on your mind that you know is coming from Oswald. You know he was trying to dig around in your thoughts.
oh, the spell doesn't end until he makes an intelligence check. Oh
But he
no,
still,
it
still knows
ends,
it happens.
No,
so-
it ends. It ends. Sorry, I missed that one word. Yeah, it ends.
Oswald. Not fair. Casting spells on your friends?
I just want to point out, by the way, as soon as I finished the friends thing, you would have known I had cast friends on you.
And you as well.
I just,
So now,
just,
so now you know that both Caladan and Oswald
I just
tried
want to throw that out there.
magic.
I can cast stab.
The column of green flame that appears to be Navarre is getting kind of close. So
I grin at Malik.
Cute, but you'll have to try harder. And you, Caladan, that was pretty slick.
I have my moments. Apparently this one wasn't slick enough.
No. But, just for everyone's sake here, I've never tried to cast anything on you. So, who's the real friend here?
I mean,
Forge casts spells on us all the time.
Yes,
as a
but,
friend. As a friend.
I'm not trying to invade their personal privacy and not trying to persuade them of something they have already made up.
I have done that before, Dndnatur.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, well,
What?
Nafjor is Nafjor.
yeah, like whatever. It's fine.
But I mean, me? I thought I was.
Any
You think you're
comment,
better than
John?
him? Think you're better than him?
You called me an evil puppet back in the maze, so,
I did?
No, not you, Malik!
Oh. Why would you do that?
Did I call you any? I don't remember.
when I offered to help bring Navjor back because he was useful and needed, and you said that I serve the same evil that's drawing us into this maze.
Oh, I mean, was I wrong?
Serving and evil are unfortunately relative conversations to have.
Anyway, this bores me.
Should we just have a vote?
All in favor of going, I'm assuming, west, north? I don't know.
Southwest.
Sure, that one.
It's the only dot on the map, Breezy.
I can't read.
No, I'm just letting you know. It's literally just the only dot in that desert.
Oh, okay. Man.
And
All
it's
in
pretty
favor.
far out there in the deep deserts.
All in favor of going to Vovar.
I think we all in favor of that.
Is Vovar the other tower?
Yeah.
Yeah, yes,
Vovar's the
It
one
is,
that
it
Lyle
is another
wanted to-
tower. It's where Lyle suggested his master might reside.
Okay. See, I'm in favor.
Yeah,
Aye.
I'm in favor.
No, Naftra, I think the question is going there and leaving Navarre.
Yeah,
I put my hand down.
that's the implication.
I just
So
want
how
to
many
make sure
people?
that
So who's voting for that course of that?
I think 3 people.
We are still split down the middle
Oh,
between.
man.
Wait, who's the three?
Wait, well, who's Forge voting for? No, you didn't say anything.
Oh,
I've
I'm
been
sorry.
saying lots of things.
What's your...
Voice, rock the vote. I can't in good faith trust. I was raised to be a dog fighting for other people. But I think I'm choosing to fight for myself now. I don't want to be a slave to another master.
So we have the party of freedmen and the party of slaves.
Wow. That's insulting to Caladan.
I'm gonna let that one go.
Well, Paladin, you're no slave.
Not anymore.
I choose true freedom.
Red Toss, what's your vote?
Oh fuck.
Oh, gee. We really need him right now.
Uh,
Fiire?
a tiebreaker would be great, wouldn't it? But
I will say,
yeah, Rentuz is nowhere to be seen. He didn't go with you into the tower. I assume he
Damn.
stayed in the camp outside, and who knows what's happened.
they have a
Hey,
really good toilet in there in that camp. Oddly good for the amount of time that it was abandoned.
The toilet itself is actually connected to the hole in the sky.
He's actually
Oh, no.
pooping on the
It's
face
going
as well.
upwards.
Oh no!
I believe we have. Yeah, I do believe you're right. I believe we have a responsibility for this. And I think, and I will admit that I do not know if this is the right course of action, but this feels like the right course of action. That in order to see it through, not even for the sake of redemption, but just to see it through, helping Lyle free from whatever we need to, whatever Navarre and the others want, will help us accomplish the goal of seeing that broken sky. Whatever that needs to do, we will make it done there.
May I offer maybe a compromise?
Speak your mind.
Okay. Us three. And I stand next to the two. I don't know, is Kaldan taller than Malik?
I don't know. Is he?
I think I said at one point Kaladin is like just about 7 feet.
Yeah, he's taller than
So
him.
a little taller.
Okay.
But
I stand.
But
Not as-
definitely
not as
like,
built.
definitely nowhere near as built as Malik.
So the shortest person in the party stands with the two tallest people in the party.
Forge is tall and very built.
I pick Oswald up so he's at least head height.
So the tall side of the party, we want to go to Vovar. How about we take the rewards, which I already got, and you guys ask Navarre if you do what he says, you're free to go to Vovar. Because according to you guys, you're going to be free to go there.
He already told us we have to be unified in our conviction.
Is that a problem to all of us?
Oh, 'cause- yeah.
Why don't
An individual person.
Why don't we just ask? Like I was saying, we can at least ask and tell him we are not going
This
to
column
go.
of fire is now but 100 feet away and rapidly descending. So you're going to get your chance real soon.
I will say, he said that anyone who's half-assed should just not commit, and I don't think I can commit.
Well, you didn't have a choice before. What makes you think you have a choice now?
He's not really giving us a choice, is he?
At this point, this like column of green flame just crashes into the sand, like right outside of the shield that he seems to have summoned for you. And no adverse effects happen to you, but there is this like shower of sand that occurs. And as the dust and flame subsides, you see, standing there again in his handsome but otherwise unassuming humanoid form, Navarre, just with his hands clasped behind his back. Well, as he looks around, it seems like you've had quite the conversation. I will admit I have been trained a little bit by my own conversation up top. So, what's it going to be?
We have one request, and that
You have
is
certainly earned that.
we wish to side with you, but we must also have our own independence in deciding if we want to do certain tasks. And we also would like to go to the Tower of Vovar before we continue this partnership.
And what do you hope to find there?
Would you believe friendship?
No.
Well, that's your choice.
Well. And he looks back at you, Nofjor. Nofjor, make a persuasion check.
Haha, this is the moment.
Fun. Natural fun.
Oh, thank God. Shit, it's persuasion. 18.
18? Okay. He fixes his unnaturally bright gaze upon you. And the intensity of his gaze is no trivial thing. A beat passes. Then he gives a little smile. Very well, I suppose you have earned that. And you have performed a mighty service for us, and we are grateful. So, if you wish to embark on this errand, you may. I also can't help but sense that there are reservations among you. I don't have time for that shit, so what would you ask of me? As your rewards, I have some things in mind. But if there's anything specific you're hankering for, you can take it, be on your way on your merry errand, and then I'm sure. And at this point he turns and looks at you, Yahek. That you will bring them back into the fold. Because I anticipate calling upon your talents again. We will have need of them soon.
Should we go down the line?
Sure.
If I may. My one request is, you seem knowledgeable of this precursor technology. If you could return some of my memory that I've lost since coming back, I'd be grateful.
Are you sure? You want that burden?
More sure than I've ever been about anything.
This can be arranged. He shifts his gaze to, I guess, Oswald, who's next to you since you're holding him up. You've already had your recompense. And you, grandchild. If you're there, Breezy.
Breezy, Calvin, move to the end of the line.
This is Breezy's cat talking.
Meow. All right, so his gaze passes over that.
I didn't see you, grandchild.
Not the favorite.
I'm back.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, there you are.
My
So,
goes, sorry,
so
what?
for Jasper's memory is back, Navarre told Oswald he already got his recompense, and then his gaze shifts to you. And you, grandchild, what would you ask of me? I do have some ideas in mind for you, but if you'd prefer to make your own request, I will do my best to grant it.
have in mind?
He gives a little wave of his hand, and then kind of shivering out of the air is this long, wicked-looking, and yet somehow familiar saber that glows with green runes, etched up its dark metal blade. This served me well on many occasions. And I think it only fitting that one of my progeny find better use for it than I now can. But if you are confident in Gordofstrail's gifts, I can also offer you these. And he reaches out a hand towards you, and you feel a sharp pain behind both of your shoulders. As you feel like this tightness and pressure against your breastplate.
Uh-oh.
And then there's a as the straps holding the two pieces together break. And the rest of you all turn as, like, basically the back piece of his breastplate is popped off by this emerging pair of skeletal wings. That, like, slowly force themselves out of Caladan's back. They don't have any flesh, like, between the various limbs. They do look like skeletal draconic wings. Perhaps one day you might earn the full powers of light, but I think you'll find these rather potent in your pursuits. They look a lot like, almost like infested Kerrigan wings, like the ends of the various digits are like sharp and scary looking.
Kind of like the skeletal wings from Diablo 3, the backing.
Oh yeah, or kind of like that. And you feel in that moment like these additional limbs, while slender, are like just pulse with strength.
If I asked you, instead of these mighty gifts, to restore my body to where it was before my integration with Gorval, is that something you could do?
To undo the will of one of the Keveraxians.
I'm sorry, out of character, I'm asking, can he make me not undead, is what I'm asking.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay.
He understands.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, read between the lines, DM.
Yeah. Get your shit together.
Understand. While we serve the same master, your patron has a certain station, and that station, to be frank, is above mine. I could ask nicely, but I could not guarantee it.
That awkward moment when you're thinking you're talking to the manager, but it's actually a department store.
I was not aware of the hierarchy.
Sorry, can I please talk to the district manager?
No, you thought you were talking to the district manager, and you were just talking to the manager.
Oh, you work here. Oh, my bad.
I'm getting my rum.
Malik smirks at that.
Forge, you should also ask for your shield back.
I'm also going to get my rum.
Don't think he's gonna give me more.
I'm not gonna smile, and the pain of these wings growing out of my back is very obvious on my face. And I will just say, these will do.
Very well. The blade disappears. I hope you enjoyed them. Turns his gaze to you, Malik. I think I already know what you really want from me. But you haven't earned that yet, so pick something more modest.
Oh, come now. Have I not, Navarre?
No, you have not.
Bitch.
Everyone else just gets popcorn out and starts eating and staring at the two.
Damn, out of character, I kind of didn't know. I don't know what to do.
Get back in character,
Figure it out, bitch.
bitch.
Of course, if you had nothing specific in mind, there are certain boons that I could grant you.
Such as?
Reshape your flesh, increasing one of your physical attributes at minor cost.
He's talking about dicks.
Or, if you feel that certain faculties of your mind are inadequate for your ambition, I could do the same with those. Mechanically, he's basically offering you can either permanently decrease one physical ability score, so like strength, dex, or constitution, to increase another by 2. Or the same trade-off with your mental ability score, so intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. You can decrease one by 1 to increase another by 2.
Just make his godly stats even godlier.
Scheiße!
That's not an ability score. Or
Can you
modifier.
come back to me?
That's a
I
skill
need to
check,
think
yeah.
about it. Can I actually get proficiency in 2 things instead?
Can I do the latter?
Why would you do a ladder?
Why would you ask for a ladder?
So what will it be? As he reaches out a hand and like points 2 fingers towards your head.
I mean, do you want me to tell you what I'm switching or swapping?
Yeah. You don't have to. You don't have to now. Just let me know.
Okay.
Okay. So he narrows his eyes briefly. And you feel this like wrenching pain in your mind as whatever reconfiguration he's doing happens. And it almost sends you staggering to your knees. Just go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
Do it.
Wisdom. Ooh, 8.
Okay, yeah, the pain of whatever is happening in your mind does send you to your knees. No further effect, but just you all watch as he staggers down. It is done.
I am grateful.
Don't forget that. And finally, he turns his gaze to you, Yahek.
Wait.
Oh.
No, he finally turns his.
Sorry. No, you're last. So, he did. Alright, so. No, sorry. There was a lot going on.
Be right back, one moment.
Okay, so he turns his gaze to you, Noth. You already have a mighty boon of mine.
Ah, well. First, I would, of course, be humbled by what you think is fitting. Just a glimpse.
Do you want something like that? He kind of nods at Malik, still on his knees.
For a second, I interpret this as Malik just on his knees, like, I'm like, oh no, not that. Well, I was thinking more of a more direct connection to Atrocianonde. Perhaps have some conversations. Maybe do some tasks for him.
You have some stones, mortal. I'm sure you remember the part where I said that Gordofthrail had outranked me among the Verasi. Well, Yatrokiananda itself is one of the 4 Verasi, and I can guarantee no such thing, but if you would like me to put in a request on your behalf, I can.
I'm back.
Gamble.
I do humbly ask for this.
Very well. I will see to it. And you, my newest servant. He looks at Yahed.
I smile.
I hope you've been enjoying what I have to offer, and you already, like this one, possess a mighty boon, but you have served me well. And so, what would you ask?
Well, you said you have some ideas. I do have faith in you, so I would be open to your suggestion, basically.
Well, I know you crave power, and I know you crave it for the right reasons. So, more shall be yours. And kind of like he pointed at Malik's head, he now points at your head. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Page load faster.
The protagonist is wise.
And full of terrors. Wait, what?
Spencer +7.
Wait a minute.
He just told you.
Yeah, I hit the roll in roll 20 and it's not going. Hold on, I'm gonna reload the page. I think something's fucked up.
Just type it in chat.
Hey,
Oh, all right.
I'm saying I roll virtually, and you're gonna have to deal with this.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
No,
/R.
can you just realistically?
It's 21.
Okay, so you hold your feet as this gripping pain takes like terrible migraine, like pounds through your head. As whatever he's doing to you happens.
Paul, I'm playing D&D.
As he channels his will upon you, he increases your charisma by 2,
Oh my god.
Oh god,
and decreases your wisdom by 1 to 15.
Oh man,
he wasn't using it.
I just got straight up used.
It's my favorite band.
He lowers his hand. Well, I'll be in touch. Kind of glances up towards the sky where you, as he does, you see there's this like tendril of red energy that is reaching down almost directly towards you, or slowly but inevitably. I think it's time we made ourselves scarce. Pursue your errand. Find your friendship. I will call upon you again. And with that, he begins to turn these draconic wings unfurl
Hey.
once more.
Hey, Blum.
Yep.
So I'm confused. Did he take it as we got our rewards and we walked away, or
Yes.
we're his servants?
I
Maybe a
think
little column A, little column B.
it
Okay,
sounds because Blem doesn't want to do 2 campaigns.
I really don't. So
no, that's fair. I was just wondering what he took it as. Like, was it column A, and then he'll talk to Yahek when he needs to?
he seems to be okay with you going to do your thing at Vovar.
Cool. Okay.
But,
It sounds like he'll strongly lean on us to do his bidding.
but sounds like he'll be in touch again. And as he
As he-
begins to turn away, he pauses for a sec. As the wings have unfurled, looks back over his shoulder, and just says, "But understand that all that is given can be taken, and will be, should you all do anything counterproductive." As he gaze passes across Forge, Oswald, and Caladan specifically. But again, I trust my newest worthy servant will ensure you all remain worthy in turn of my gifts. He turns away and gives a great of these wings, kind of launches into the sky and then vanishes from view as he just kind of like fades into transparency. The kind of greenish energy shield above you.
As he shoots away, I say, "My memories!"
That'll happen. That'll happen. I just
Okay.
want to like get it.
It's like puberty. Okay.
It's 2-day shipping. You're gonna get a book in the mail.
Okay.
Yes,
didn't pay for-
that'll
Well,
happen. It's
we'll
just
talk-
it's just a lot to go through right now. So
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
So this protective shield that Navarre had summoned around you vanishes. This questing tendril of red energy that is, again, somehow impossibly and incomprehensibly also made of this like cacophony of voices is reaching down towards where you stand.
We should move.
What are
Let's
you
go
guys gonna
that
do?
way, and I point southwest.
I hobble on Forge because my leg still ain't attached.
Do you want me to make you a new leg?
Yes,
Takes an hour. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
1,000% yes.
Can you make it out of a scimitar? Because I got an extra one of those.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! I have a sword peg leg.
See,
Terminator
being
had
bad
it
isn't
yet.
bad after all.
So, as you hastily, such as you're able, make your way away from the ruin of Chanagath and whatever terrible thing is happening in the sky above, this tendril of energy crashes into the ground. And begins to spread slowly. You're able to outpace whatever it is doing to the ground. It seems to be still sand and yet not. It takes on a strange coloration that you can only see out of the corners of your vision and is gone as soon as you look directly at it. And somehow seems thin. Almost flickering. As this slowly, inevitably radiates out behind you, you make your way away from this terrible thing that you have brought upon the world, divided in your motivations and your loyalties. But, for the moment at least, united in your next step, as you make your way deep into the wasteland to Vovar, where perhaps Lyle's master, and perhaps some answers, and perhaps even greater power await you.